What's up, family? Welcome to Mini-bytes Session 43, and today's theme is, if you want it, it's because you already have it. My name is Erin, and I'm a mindset and performance coach. If you would like to learn more about my work, you can visit my website at www.erinjewellcoaching.com. That's all together, ErinJewellcoaching.com. So today we're going to talk about this theme of if you want it, it's because you already have it. So some years back, I was watching a man named Michael Beckwith speak. Him and his wife had been invited to a conference that I was attending. It was a Qigong conference. And some of you might know who Michael Beckwith is. He co-authored the book, The Secret, and he's considered an expert in the field of, I guess you could say, sort of manifestation, kind of more in the holistic field of expertise. And so Michael Beckwith was talking about co-creation and manifestation. And at one point he made this comment. He said, if you want it, it's because you already have it. And when I first heard him make that statement, I thought to myself, well, that's odd. Why would I want something that I already have? And what he was referencing, I should say my takeaway, my interpretation of that statement is, the reason we want things is because we already know what they taste like, they look like, they smell like, they feel like. Like, there might be things that you want that I don't want. And the things that you want because you know how they make you feel at some level. Maybe it's because you've had an experience with something similar to that thing in your lifetime. Or maybe it's because on not so much of a conscious level, but a subconscious or super conscious, as we hear about level, you've been made aware that you already have access to this thing. So there's a reason that we want the things that we want. We want the things that we want because we already have them. We already have access to them. They're in our realm physically somehow. We're just not seeing them physically present in our realm. They're in our realm somehow. We're just not seeing them physically present. So why is this important? It's important because, number one, the things that we want, we already have access to. So there are no limitations to us accomplishing the things that we desire in this lifetime. There are certain finite resources, but as it relates to us stepping into our power and accomplishing the things that we desire to accomplish, accomplishing the goals that we desire to accomplish, there are literally no limits. It's not a matter of being in scavenger mode where we're constantly looking to hang on to this or hoard this or grab that or go after this little piece here or fight for this. It's really not about that. That's sort of a myth. We have access to absolutely everything that we desire to obtain and accomplish in this lifetime. Now, here's the trick. And this is something that I believe has helped me on my journey and has assisted me in manifesting some of the amazing aspects that I've been blessed to co-create at this point in my life, is that the things that we want get to be in harmony with all. So this is something else I was taught, and this is an exercise that I'll share with you that you can implement as well. None of what I talk about is original content. It's all coming from another place or another source. So this exercise, what you do is you get a piece of paper and you begin with the statement, I am so happy and grateful for. And then you start writing about what you're so happy and grateful for. And these aren't necessarily things that you already have in your life. I mean, that's another exercise that you can do as well. But as it relates to manifestation and calling in the things that you want, I am so happy and grateful for ... And you go on and you write about all the things that you have, and you write about them in the present form. So just do that. I'll talk about why we do that in a second. And at the very end of this writing, you say this or something better, or the highest good of all, harm the none, and so it is. And then after that, if you choose, you can say, thank you, God. So the reason for this or something better, or the highest good of all, harm the none, and so it is, can be interpreted like this. our view of what we want and desire and have access to is limited. It's limited to how we see the world at this time. So by saying this or something better or the highest good of all, we're actually kind of covering for that, and we're actually allowing ourselves to receive even more than what we think we deserve and desire, and that kind of helps break through the limited view that we have of ourselves. The part about harming the none and being in alignment with the highest good of all, harm the none and so it is really important too, because look, as humans, we have an opportunity to be responsible to each other, not for each other, but to each other. As humans, we have a responsibility to be opportunity to be responsible to each other. And when we ask for things, we have an opportunity to allow these things to be supportive of everyone involved and not have this mentality of lack or like, I have to just get this for me and and survive. We don't actually have to go about our life experience that way. And in fact, if we start living in a way that allows us to be supportive of others while seeking and accomplishing ourselves, we will experience greater abundance by doing that. And finally, the reason for writing in the present and not writing in the future tense is because it's a gesture to say, this is what I desire. I desire to have it in my life. And in fact, I already do have it in my life because, as I said in the beginning of this message, the things we want, we already have. So if we write about them in the future tense, then it's always going to be at a future time that we receive these things, which means we will never receive them. So make sure when you do the exercise, you're writing about them in the future tense. Thanks so much. Love you all. Until the next time.